Hey, welcome to another episode of Chronicles of FlyGuy, episode 16. This episode is going to be Homewreckers, myth or fact. I got my boy JPZ over here, JP the creator. I'm FlyGuy. We got Pepper Potts over here. And, of course, our friend, last but not least, Mr. Bruce Leroy. So, Bruce, tell me, man, what do you think?
Definitely fact. Absolutely fact. The fact that, there's just some people who just enjoy it. They like it. They love seeing something that somebody's got and just destroying it. They enjoy that. Some people live for that. I do think there are different definitions of homewrecker. I do have a bit of experience in it. But I have rules,
Okay.
If I saw a happy couple, like somebody the dude genuinely made her happy, wouldn't touch it. Couldn't. It's like, no, that's something you don't mess with. A lot of unhappy women out there, though.
What do you consider unhappy, though? Because a lot of times in public, they're going to portray one thing, and then behind closed doors, it's a whole nother story. So what would you consider as a true happiness to you before you would pursue that person?
That's actually a damn good question. It was almost like they just had a glow about them whenever they would talk with them or they're with them.
Mm-hmm.
That you just no, I just can't. Just something in me personally. Just be like, I can't touch that. I can't mess with that.
Man, it was one girl I had talked to, and she was married. I've been on chat line. And she was Native American. And she was from a tribe. And she had short hair. And she was with a black dude. And they was like, that's no. And so I met her at a bar, and she was just crying the whole time. And I was like, why are you crying? And she was just like, man, because where do I go? And I was just like, man, and I was like, I can't bring more drama in your life. And then it was just like, I don't know, she was just so unhappy. And I was like, I don't want to bring more unhappiness in your life. And so, first of all, she was from a tribe where she was deep into it, where she believed in the gods of nature, and she believed in that. I think she was a Navajo, and she was a Navajo. I don't think she was Cherokee. I think she was something like that. And she had short hair. She was a beautiful girl, and so it was like, you cut your hair, you with a black dude. And when they call the tribe to get money. And so they just cut her off. Mm-hmm. And she had kids, and they were like, hey man, don't bring your kids in. I was like, wow. And I was just like,
So was she I guess so she was dating outside the tribe, so they cut her off because she was dating outside the tribe?
They don't play that. They don't play that.
Okay.
They feel lame.
Kind of like the interracial thing, but it's because she wasn't dating within the tribe.
It's
get out of here.
It's they feel like you a traitor to the tribe. Because they feel how would you feel if you own all these apartments, and then they say you stay right in this apartment right here? You'd be like, dang man, how you own all this? That's how they feel. So they like, why are you gonna be cool with somebody who made us stay right here? So it was serious, man, and she just like, dang.
It's kind of funny how people say that, because they say, well, you need to stay with your own kind, right? And it's what, I wasn't born 400 years ago. I can't control what happened 400 years ago. Time has evolved. I have to evolve with that time. So, of course, I'm going to remember my heritage. I'm going to remember what happened. But at the same time, you can't put a color or a race or whatever on love. If you love somebody, or you happen to be attracted to somebody, it doesn't matter what they are or who they are. It just is. But we had that little issue. If she's married or he's married, and we have that term called homewrecker. Myth or fact. Right? Pepper Potts, what you think?
I think it's an interesting topic. Because it borders on something called polyamory. It would be the
I forgot my
ability.
dictionary at the crib, so.
It would be the ability to love more than one person. So do we ask ourselves who in this group of 3 people is the actual homewrecker? Is it this mistress or Sancho? Is probably male mistress Sancho. Is that the homewrecker, or is it the unfaithful spouse as the homewrecker? Who's actually wrecking the home? So then, after you think on that for a minute and try to decide on, where you feel, you believe on that spectrum, you ask yourself, if you had said that it was maybe the unfaithful spouse, is it that, they just disrespect their partner, or are they this thing that I was talking about called polyamory? Are they polyamorous? Are they a type of individual that feels like they can love more than one person, maybe differently but equally?
You kind of remind me of that. I know this kind of goes off the subject, but y'all remember that big polygamy bus out there in Eden, Texas?
No.
Way out in Eden, Texas. I was out there in San Angelo. We went to school together, but not college.
Yeah.
So Eden was about 50 miles away from San Angelo, and there was a big bus. I forgot the guy. What was his name? 2008. The big polygamy bus out there, but he had multiple fortunately they were underage kids.
So then that might not just be.
Well, but if we were to put it, let's say they were actually of age. So when I went there, when they came, they ended up coming to San Angelo, and they shut down the CHP, which is a gym that we all play basketball in and all that. We could lift weights, but we couldn't play basketball, and they blacked out the windows so we couldn't see them. And they were there for a good couple days, but it's the guy had multiple wives and multiple people that he was talking. So it kind of reminds me of what you the polyamorous thing. I said they were kids. It's just nasty, first of all.
Yeah.
But if they were, huh?
Yeah.
It was in Eden.
Yeah, right. Was it Bears?
I think so. Something.
Colorado, Texas.
Yeah, El Dorado. There's El Dorado. Sorry, my bad, y'all. El Dorado, not Eden. But El Dorado's 50 miles away from San Angelo.
Wow.
So they ended up coming to San Angelo. Anyway, it's a big city, and it kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, so it was bad. It was real bad. They shut down the stadium. They ended up having a football game there. The indoor team was San Jose Stampede, which I don't even know they exist anymore. But yeah. JP the Creator, what you think, man?
I kind of agree with what she was saying. In the fact, who is a homewrecker? I think it's a person that in a relationship. Because, first of all, I don't mean like this. So let's just say, say y'all together. I don't know you. I don't need to know you. So, if I wanted to be with a woman, I didn't know the man, I would just be I don't know him. So I would feel he would do the same thing to me. You know what I mean? So I just didn't care. But if I knew you, and you was cool, I'm like, nah, I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Pretty much same rules with that.
Yeah. So like, if I didn't know you, I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? But I like, I kind of dealt with people. Why? Because to me, it was like they kind of told me they wasn't into the dude no more. So this was like when I was in my early 20s, man. Like maybe like in college. So, and it kind of started out in high school, man. I was working, and it was a girl. She was a cashier, and so she kind of came on to me, and I really didn't like her. And she told me, she was like, "Hey, when you go to school, I would sleep on the floor." And I'm looking at her like, whatever. So I didn't like her. So, she, you know, and then she would buy me stuff. So then I didn't know she was married. And so one of my homeboys, he was like, "Hey, you gotta go to lunch." I said, "What you mean I gotta go to lunch?" He said, "Man, you gotta get out of here, man." And so I was like, "Man, well, I'm just starting work." He said, "I don't care how long you've been starting to work, you need to get out of here." And so, but basically, her husband came there and he was looking for me. And he was like, "Say, man, you need to go." I said, "For what, bro?" He said, "Nah, we need to go to Burger King or something, you gotta go." And so I went, and they said the dude was looking for me, you know. So it was just like, I didn't like that drama. And so with the lady I was telling you about, I just got tired of being that person. And but I think it's to me, the homewrecker. If I know you and me and you cool, then I feel like it's the person, it's the third person. But I feel if I don't know you, it's a person in a relationship if I don't know you. You know.
So, with that particular case, like the guy came there looking for you or whatever, and what if he had confronted you? Would you have told him everything else going? Because what you got to lose?
Man, I got confronted one time, man. So I went to go see somebody, and they lived in an apartment, and the guy had a truck, and he blocked me in. And I couldn't get out. And he was like, "Hey, man, you know, you ain't gonna see old girl." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "Let me out." He said, "Man, I don't want to see you no more." I said, "Okay, just let me out, bro." He said, "Okay." So but that wasn't the last time I started talking to her. So then one day, no lie, we went in the hospital, and she was in the hospital, and I went to go see her, and he was there. And we just sat down like this. And I was like, "Hey," and I'm like, I said, "What's up, man?" And he was just like, we just start talking. You know.
He talked to you?
Man, we was like this here.
Wow.
We was like this here. And and what was so crazy is like the person I was talking to, she would get mad at him, and then she would say, "Well, I'm talking to him." Like I would hear them argue. She said, "Well, I'm talking to him, but I don't want to deal with you no more." And I'm like, wow.
So you feel like she was using you as a pawn or as a way to get back at him, but you really had nothing to do with that? Just since you already knew she was talking to him, he confronted you and told you.
I ain't care nothing about that dude.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like when I got to know him though, like when I was in the hospital, I kind of seen him as a human being. But it was always like she painted this picture that
of a monster.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, whatever. And until then, you know, I didn't care. And then I don't know, man. It got old.
Mm-hmm.
And what really kind of stopped me from saying that is I met one person, and her husband was in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and her was just talking. And she kept on talking about her husband. She said, "I want to tell my husband." I said, "Why are you going to tell your husband when he's in jail, you know?" And she was like, "'Cause I just am." I said, "So when he get out, he going to be looking for me, right?"
Not her.
"Not you." He said, "Yeah, he know that I'm messing around, but he going to be looking for you." I said, "No, I don't want that, baby." I said,
I'm good.
I'm good with that. And that, you know, so it was just,
So I got a little little story. I was married at one point, and I remember you telling me earlier we should talk about why we're afraid to get married. And here's why. I'm not necessarily afraid to get married, but I'm apprehensive about it because I had a wife, I got a child, I had the whole nine, I had to pick a white fence or the dog, yet, working on it. So when you start out, you don't start out just, she can stay at home, you can go to work, and it's just not 1950s anymore. It's just, we're 2021. This was 2014.
You were gonna say 2004. I was like, what?
No,
I know.
we were juniors in high school at the time. I didn't even know
I
her.
missed that story.
I do know somebody who got married in high school, like freshman year.
Yeah, they should have done that. That was yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
still crazy. Ah, no. I don't even think she actually got married. She just wanted to. Anyway,
so the point of it was is that the reason I know of the homewrecker, or I don't know who the person was or what he did, but it's you know what? I'll give it to you, player. You had it. You got it. You know what I'm saying? She's sitting at home for 12 hours, and I was at work. I'm working. I'm not coming home with a bottle in my hand. I'm not coming home and going straight to sleep. I'm trying to stay awake, but I'm working 2 or 3 jobs to keep a roof over our head and try to get some food in our mouths. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a bad thing, but she dipped out. Nonetheless, I'm not gonna say who she is. I'm not gonna put her out there like that. Normally I would, but I'm not going to. Mother of my daughter. So,
I'm looking for
Is
people like
like
you.
me?
I was looking for people like you.
To what?
When I was doing that, I was looking for people being like you.
Working?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was working for 12. I worked 12 hours. So she had I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I'm gone by 6. I'm there by 6:30, and I'm working till 7 o'clock at night. So you got all day.
Because my dad always told me, he said, don't never mess with a woman that ain't got a job. Because she got, and my mom always told me, the devil, I don't handle the devil workshop. So to me, if a woman didn't work, I didn't want her. You know what I mean? And so, with the one girl I was telling you about.
So you the man nigga I was looking for.
So I would come so if I didn't have nothing to do, I'd be like, hey, what you doing? You doing that? You home alone? Yeah. I'm come over. And so,
and I never took sick days, y'all. So I was working. I could be sick as a dog. I'm still going to work. So, lo and behold, long story short, so we can get back on with this. I don't know who the homewrecker was or who he is, and if you're out there, bro, you got it. Hey, I give it to you, bro. You can have it. I don't want it. It's all good, but it was in hindsight. It's more like damn. I know she had to be doing something. I'm at home. I'm working 12 hours a fucking day. 12 hours a day. And I'll come home. Oh, how was your day? It was good. Put the phone upside down. Wait for her to talk. Nothing. Did she just playing on her phone? I was like, I wonder who she's texting. But I'm trying to be that secure husband, she just texting one of her friends, whatever. But, your husband gets home, we should be like, hey, my husband's home, we'll talk to you later. Nope. Just kept texting. I'm like, okay. So then it got to the point where I was like, what is she doing? Never went through her phone. Never did that. I'm glad I didn't do it now, but it's one of those things I said, there's got to be somebody out there she's talking to. Who is it? I think it's the current dude she's with now, but I think he might came later. I can't prove it, so I'm just going to let it go. But I'm just letting you know, that I know is you was doing something. You say you weren't, and you say, I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't doing nothing either. She says,
idle mind is the devil workshop.
hmm?
Idle mind is the devil workshop.
Idle hand.
She left.
What?
Idle hands.
Idle hand is the devil workshop. My
Well,
mom had
she-
a T-shirt.
He had his hands on my workshop all day because I was thinking, what is she doing?
So you never like.
I never popped up at the crib and say, hey, what you doing? You know, because daughter was there. Like, I didn't want to come there and raise hell and scare her. So I just left it alone. But, this is why I am who I am today.
You've never been the homewrecker?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I do have to say that there.
I didn't say that. I said it was I had a homework.
No, I do gotta say, like, okay, we've already talked about, like, the person who basically is cheating, essentially, that, you know, you mentioned that they're the homewrecker. But then you have some people who are just, they're adamant. It's the challenge. And that's what they're after.
That's the problem.
So they'll get rejected because they want to be faithful. But then you're like, let's see how thick that wall is. As they keep going.
So if I was going to Pepper Potts, you two are together. I'm going to Pepper Potts. I don't know you. You know, I don't know Bruce Leroy. I just know he's Bruce Leroy. He might have some kung fu moves, but bro, I do jujitsu, so it's whatever. If you want to come out and take it out of the street, take it to the mat. It's whatever. Right? Yeah, I got to throw that out there. I got to fight in November, so I'll come out there. Anyways, so, you know, let's say you and Pepper Potts together. I see y'all walking around, you know. I say, what's up, Pepper? What's up, Pepper? She's like, oh, hey, FlyGuy. What's up? So I walk up to you. Hey, Pepper Potts, what's up? You can't talk to nobody? He's like, hey, what's up, bro? I'm Bruce Leroy. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? Me and Pepper been friends for a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? And then now the questions start coming when I walk away. Who the hell's FlyGuy? Why is he here? Why is he coming talking to you? That's a little disrespectful. So you text me. See, I know it's all text, right? I know it's all text, right? Am I right?
But see, you would never get close to her because he knows you on his radar now. See, what I would do is I would act like I don't know her. I seen the girl at HEB, and I walked straight by. So she was right here, and I walked straight by.
She text you?
No, she got mad. She was with her sister, and her sister was like, and I act like I didn't know her.
Man, I got one that I think is more challenging. That was good. That's really good. And I think
So if I seen her with him, I would walk right by her, like
he doesn't even know me. That's good. Now, I did some scandalous stuff in a past life, and I was the other woman very successfully for several years to the same individual, and I met his partner. I met his partner and had to pretend like nothing was up.
So you did what I would have done.
I feel like that makes me the worst homewrecker here because I was lying to this person's face.
Like,
but
you're like, I'm screwing your husband, but you don't know that.
Yeah, like she wasn't aware of that. But I didn't feel guilt because at the time I was partnered as well, but my partner was aware of it and was all right with that.
Okay, so there's a difference.
And I figured their problem was their problem, and my problem was if my partner objected, which he did not. So.
See, I never did it when I was with somebody. I was always single.
I feel there's a difference to that, though. There's the I have nothing to lose, so why am I going to, like, it's whatever. And then you have the ones that I have something to lose. I'm not happy where I'm at, but I'm not leaving where I'm at. So that's the category you were in. I've had a how do I say this without putting it out there? I have a family member that had that happen with him, and the girl I know her. I met her by accident, honestly. and she went to that person and said, "Do you know this person?" I said, she said yes, and then it kind of went from there, and we're still cool, but I know how she is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. I like it was one of those things. It was one of those things like I'm never gonna talk to you like that because you was with a family member of mine. Like I can't do that. But don't like I see all these little posts about her husband and this. And I'm like, you're so fake. But then it's like, and she's like, she's real with it. She's like, she's like, yeah, well, you know, he like I think he knew, but he doesn't know. And then she just went wild.
But see, why are you Facebook friends with that? Okay.
I don't. It's not gonna sit and talk to the hey, what's up? Like,
no. That's what I'm saying.
She see my post, but it's not gonna come over here like, hey, what's up?
Okay, you know that situation. You're on the radar with them. Okay. I'm
not on the radar.
No.
I'm a middleman.
I'm talking about this the situation between them two that you set up. Okay, you talking to him in front of him. She most likely she did that before. You're on the radar.
I'm on the radar.
You're on the radar when you did this situation right here. Okay, I don't talk to their friends. I don't know their parents. I don't know none of that. I don't need to know none of that. I can walk straight by their kid and I say nothing. Kids talk.
Oh,
kids
very much
talk.
so.
I don't need to know your kid's name. I don't need to know nothing. Your kids don't exist for me. Because I'm going to meet you at 12 o'clock or noon. We ain't nothing like that. And we're going to do what we got to do. Or we're going to meet and we're going to go to this hotel and we're going to do what we do.
Okay. So what about the kid is not school age though?
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't even know your kid exists. I don't want to know your kid exists. You know, I'm not gonna be your Facebook friend.
Okay.
We don't talk on Facebook. Social media tells on you.
Oh, all the time.
All the time. So
all the time.
I don't need no social media.
So as you out there thinking about it.
You gonna be on my phone as a dude. You're gonna be JD Construction. Straight up.
JD Pepper Construction, right?
Yeah, Pepper Potts Landscaping, you know what I mean?
Landscape.
and they're gonna be, you ain't gonna know.
But what if I'm not on land? What if I don't do? Because what you do would
Oh, you can do a lot of
entail with your job. My job, I have a lot of female constituents and counterparts. Meaning, I work.
Well, I
work in healthcare though, bro.
Most of real estate is female.
And healthcare is too.
Okay, no, but see, this is what I'm saying. You have to talk to them outside. So you got mortgage brokers. Okay, I got to talk to her after hours because we gonna get this done. You got title agents. You got mortgage brokers. Most of them females. Okay, so since most of them females, you know, you got to be used to me talking to a female.
Right.
We'll go to a bar. I can say, hey, well, me and her talking about a business transaction. And then we'll talk. And I'll say, hey, they got this spot over here. You ever want to check it out? Yeah. Man, sometimes I've heard people banging people in houses they show them. You know, it's there and you got a time clock.
I was like, well, if I had the opportunity, why not? I would jump on that.
Girls like that.
See Chris in the house.
Girls like that, bro. Girls like that. So it's just like it just, you know, But I didn't, when I was doing that, I wasn't in real estate like that. But I done seen it, man. I done seen it in the house that I showed, and I had for sale, and they had, they were eating in there and everything, had cans and everything. They were showing the house and they had that, yeah. So I mean, some girls really like that, man. Like, hey, this is an empty house. Yeah, man.
That's it's quite interesting you say that. Bruce, if a female counterpart came up to you, she's a co-worker or whatever, she's hot, she's your type, whatever your type is, she's hot. She's like, man, I want that. But she's got that big old ring on her finger. You gonna take it?
If I were younger, most likely.
Okay, that's a fair answer. So, what's the difference between the younger you and the you now?
One, I got caught.
Okay, that does make you stop.
See, when I was doing it, I actually did the route pretty similar to her, where I knew the dude,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't like the dude, so I was like, hey, I kind of felt like I could stick it to him a little bit while sticking it to her. Now, mind you, I did really only get one side of the story. Found out that I wasn't the only person she had cheated on him with.
There's always three sides.
There absolutely is.
Three sides.
But me at the time just did not care. Yeah, he came to my work, confronted me about it. Of course, he couldn't do anything because let's just say, if he had a police record, he would have a job. So he wasn't going to touch me. I knew that already.
But he did let you know strongly he
Oh,
didn't
absolutely.
like what you were doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cussed you out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
After that, it was just more like, I don't know, maybe I grew up right there that second. I was like, what the heck am I doing? I'm like, I already know this wasn't allowed. I knew this wasn't going to go
Cheating relationships never last. Now, well, I take that back. I take that back because I have some personal relationships that are near and dear that it has lasted since it started. But most relationships don't last. Cheating relationships don't last. Because I read this post one time that said, if you date a man and cheat on his wife, you're dating a man that cheated on his wife. So if you're that other person, you're always looking over your shoulder. I don't want to be looking on my shoulder all the time.
I believe that in some way. Because this is what I always believe. Since I was a little kid, man. I wish you wasn't the only female here because it seemed like we always poking at you. Okay, I don't mean this way. She can be your wife, okay? Because people change and maybe y'all gamers and that's what y'all get into or whatever y'all get into.
I hate video games, by the way.
Okay.
Hate
It's
them.
okay to be wrong.
Now,
I hate them. I hate video games. I get bored. I get bored very easily. I hate video games.
But I was good at them.
I hate video games.
I was good at them, but I don't have the time for them. I wish I did.
I just press buttons.
So let's say I meet her, and we don't connect at all. And then let's say let's say Ben meet her, and then she cheats on Ben. So for me, she looks like, okay, whatever. With you, that's your wife, and with Ben, that's just some, a girl that cheated on her. Okay, I believe that. I really believe that. I know one.
So
couple,
wait,
I know one couple right now.
Hold on. You're married to her?
No, I was just he.
You're with her.
In what aspect? No, I was trying to say that a woman, we as individuals can mean different things to different people.
Yeah.
Right.
So this goes back to the polyamory then. Do you feel like that it's a possibility you could love more than one person
I feel like you can
romantically, but differently?
Everybody,
I do believe that.
To me, that's role players. That's what I call it. Role players. Everybody has a role. You have one that you take out. You have one there's one that you sleep with at night. There's one that you take out. There's one that sits with you on the couch. There's one that goes to the movies with you. There's one that goes to eat lunch with you. There's one that that with. But you can't, it seems like they can't fit that all into one. So to me, that's that polyamory. To me, I know that's like the technical term. To me, it's role players. But that goes back to, if y'all actually looked at my last video, the PSA I put up yesterday is have a team. But that's for you younger folks.
I feel that, but then I don't feel that.
That's for younger folks.
I do feel that. Because I believe in politics. Well, say it again.
Polyamory?
I can't even say shit. But polyamory. Well, anyway, so I do believe that. This is why. I believe that, like, I love sports. So, like, the girl that loves sports, I'm like, wow. And she actually know.
Hell yeah.
Like, she actually know.
Hell yeah.
Like, if she tell me.
So, I mean, you see that safety? Like, hell yeah.
That's what turns me on. If she know, if she say she a Redskins fan.
Fuck
and
Redskins.
I'm just saying.
It's a Washington football team, bro.
Say it again.
Okay, let's say so. So anyway, so like, okay, let's say the fucking whole ass Eagles. So
Fuck the Eagles too.
yeah, fuck the Eagles, but
Fuck the Eagles.
Okay, wait a minute. So anyway,
Ass fact. Sorry.
Okay, so anyway, damn, man.
Sorry, bro.
So let's say she know the running back for the Eagles is Sanders, right?
Right.
I'm like, you really an Eagle fan, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then we just talk shit all the time. That's hot. You know, but if she says she an Eagle fan and
But she don't know none of the players.
I'm like, fuck you.
I can't stand that shit, bro.
You don't know that shit. But
Go ahead, cause I'm my high school. Go ahead.
okay. So that shit's hot to me. But let's say like when I need to talk to somebody, she can't talk to me. But then I got a girl that she just like, hey man, everything will be alright, JP. I love hustling women. You know what I mean? Like, I love women that they get up, get out, and get something. You know what I mean? So they like insurance agent. I want to marry another real estate person. Because then we're going to be talking about this shit. That ain't going to work. But to me. But, like, if she's an insurance agent, she's like, hey, man, I'm got to go to the Broncos, do this and that, you know what I'm saying? I'll get off it. I'll be back home at 7 o'clock. And then I like that. I like women that they get up and get out and get something, but then they need something. They don't want somebody, but they don't need somebody, but they want somebody. That's hot to me. You know what I mean? And I was always raised that I don't want a woman that's staying home. I don't want that shit. Don't need that shit. But and if some other people want it, that's cool. Because I believe like a woman should have dreams for herself. Because if you don't have no dreams and you get set at home, we're gonna be over there. Dude's gonna be over there. You know what I mean? Because you always home, and it's like.
There's niggas like you looking for niggas like me working all day.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying though. And I got tired of hiding in the closet. I was literally in the closet one time, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was. I was thinking about that R. Kelly shit.
Oh shit!
I'm in the closet.
Oh man.
There was a midget.
What?
Yeah, the midget, little big man, the midget, and then the cop, and then the white chick.
Boy,
She was pregnant.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, and the dude had.
I know the.
Okay.
Maybe that didn't. Maybe
Okay.
they didn't finish it to the very end of the video. I guess.
So I got something to say about your analogy about women not knowing who's on the team. Like she knows Sanders is a running back. Oh, by the way, Sean McCoy is retiring for. He signed a one-day contract with the Eagles. So Sean McCoy, hey man, great career. Hats off to you. Anyways, the Eagles still suck. So, anyways. It has the Eagles on. Anyways,
Okay, hold on. I gotta say this while you're talking about the Eagles, man. I don't give a
I know we all for sports, y'all, but he mentioned it. It's his fault.
It's not my fault, bro. It hurts to lose, you know.
Leroy, I'm sorry, bro. This man said something about the Eagles, and I was like, he just said
it hurts
whole
to
tangent.
lose, though.
I'm a Cowboys fan through and through, so if you don't like the Cowboys, oh well, still subscribe to my channel.
But it hurts to lose, though.
Again, just tell me it's okay to be wrong. That's it.
It's all right though. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. You can still be on my channel. It's understand you be a Cowboys fan because Dak is the truth. First of all,
oh my god,
Dak is the truth.
Basically, though, you believe that man and woman can be in love with two people at the same time?
Well, I know that there's definitely individuals that feel that way. Now, do I subscribe to that, or is it something that I feel capable of? As I've gotten older, I think no. That was definitely me in my late 20s.
Okay, but how does that work? Like, okay, are you talking about like big love?
You mean, what are you talking about, like sister wives and stuff?
Yeah.
No, well, what I was doing was not sister wives. I mean, I had a role in this individual's life that was
Clarify
quite
that.
different.
Please. Sister wives. What is
Sister
that?
wives? Oh, that's where, like, a fella's married to multiple
She's like your
ladies.
sister, but she's
And
his
y'all
wife,
could
his
possibly
wife.
live under the same roof or under, roofs nearby one another. You can like always call up that person and be like, hey, can I get a cup of sugar or whatever, you know? Can you watch my kids while I go on a date with our husband, you know?
Our husband.
Yeah, no, you have to like watch.
And look, that's why I gotta say that.
Well, okay, but that's because you're a monogamous.
You gotta have big bank. You gotta have big bank to do that.
Big bank.
You gotta have big bank to do that. Because everybody that I've seen do that on the show had big bank. You can't work 9 to 5 and do that.
Yeah,
they like have communities where they help each other out, like build each other's houses and stuff. So.
What they call it? The ones that ride around horse wagons and buggies? Amish, thank you. Amish.
But those are monogamous.
You talking about Mormons?
No, they just ride bicycles.
No, but Mormons,
Mormons ride bicycles, I think they're right. And Amish ride like the horse buggies and.
I think as long as it's not.
Big Love was a Mormon, right? The guy Big Love was a Mormon, right?
I've never seen Big Love.
Big Love is like, it's about
some big girls.
No, Big
That's
Love. Big Love. I don't know. I seen the show once. I seen the show. I might.
Hey, I already told y'all last time. Y'all know what FlyGuy's purpose is.
I might be wrong, but Big Love is like, I don't know. It's something. Basically, I don't know what it is, but it's about a guy, and he worked a job or whatever, and he was basically taking care of all these women, you know, and they had kids, so it was like let's say like somebody, you know, like you was married to the dude, and like you would have a house, and then he would come see you like Monday, Tuesday, and then he had another chick he would go see Wednesday, Thursday, and then you had another chick he would see, you know, Friday, Saturday, you know what I mean, and like all the kids would kind of know about one each other, you know, and I guess on Sunday they would all get together. Yeah, that's like, but you gotta have a lot of bank to do that.
Or that each of the individuals, like the wives, might have jobs as well. I know that show that has the Brown family. I think it's like his name's like Cody Brown. And he's got like 3, 4. Well, sister wives. Duh, the show's sister wives. Like some of the wives have jobs outside of the home, and then there's like one wife that takes care of all the kids and stuff.
Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh, I said I hate the Eagles. So back to my little rant. I was saying, I love a woman a woman that loves sports. I mean, that is my dream. If she likes sports, we are compatible. It's not a deal breaker. She doesn't like sports. You know, she might. Well, I like it because you like it. Like, okay, so you gonna watch the game? No, I'm just going home. Like, okay, cool. Just don't talk about trying to watch the game, because I'm not gonna pay attention to you. Like, you might be doing something, Leroy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, man, well, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to sell these clothes here, and you over here bothering me. Like, that's me. I'm trying to watch the game. It's like, I need you to understand the rules. The rules of the game. Like, well, babe, what's the offside? See that guy over there? He cheated. He started before he was supposed to go. Oh, okay. So I try to dumb it down a little bit, like not dumb it down, but like make it to where they understand. So they're like, it's offside. Like, yes, it is offside. They like, you're good. Like, you're getting this. Like, but once it's like already, like she already knows, and she telling me like, that's a coach me like, what you say? So, by the way, I'm gonna say this, and you Eagles fans, you listen to me real closely. You did not stop Dak on 4th down. He had that touchdown. Y'all goddamn live. You say you had a touch. JP, am I lying? Did he have a touchdown or not? But that's not the point. He had that touchdown. The refs screwed Dak out of a touchdown. But anyways,
they couldn't reverse it because they couldn't see.
Yeah, they're full of shit. They saw from.
They got smashed, and it hurts to lose.
It does hurt to lose. So Jalen Hurts, I hope it hurts to lose, bro. Anyways,
okay, so
if a female likes football or just sports in general, that's like that's, oh my god. But she's married, and her husband's like, hey man, we cool and all that, and she's already giving an eye like, I'm gonna have to be like, Shit, I'm about to put that wall up because I just can't do that to a dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had it done to me. I can't prove it, but it's been done, and it does not feel good.
What about if he's trying to invite you in to the fold there?
I never had that before, and I don't think
that's a thing too, and it's more.
You talking about
common
the Eiffel Tower thing?
No.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna let that one down.
I'm gonna say
Swingers.
y'all look.
Yes, thank you. That's what I'm trying to say.
But what? Okay.
Okay, but
How can I put it this way? I was always raised in a monogamous home.
Really?
that don't matter.
Man, hold on now.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. Now, granted, one of them was not as monogamous as he should have been. It did not work out that way, so it's whatever. But the way I was always raised, it was like, you got your wife or whatever. I was never accustomed to this. Well, I got your mama and I got a girlfriend too. Kind of like Pinky from Next Friday. He's like, man, I got a girlfriend, a wife at home. Please don't kill me, man. Don't kill me. Like girlfriend, and wife. Hold on, did y'all catch that? He said a girlfriend and a wife at home. Like, how do you? Is it the same person? Of course, it's not, because one's a girlfriend, one's the wife. But that's Pinky. I mean, that's how he do. He almost spilled his yak on his $200 suit. So. And that was just, I was never, until I got out there on my own and kind of found out, I was like, oh, so this is what y'all ain't been telling me.
So have you been, like, anybody ever try to invite you in?
Nobody's ever tried to invite me in.
Okay, but
as to the answer your question,
I'm gonna put somebody on blast, and I don't want to. Okay, let me see how I can say this. I knew a friend, and I knew them through work, and I didn't think they would like that. And then we had went to a bar with their family, and I learned they would like that. That's all I can say.
So they invited you?
I feel like that was the beginning of it.
They were going to invite you.
Because they was with all their family, and then they said, like, they was a swinger, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then the guy was kind of like, yeah, this is what we do. And I said, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
That's what's up.
And I was like, hey, well, I got another place to go to. Because it was somebody I was going to see on a regular basis.
Right.
And I was like, nah, I got somewhere else to go to. And they say, you for real? Because we're going to be up here. And I'm like, you know what? It's going to be kind of late. I said, give me your number and I'll come back. And I'll call you. And then they was like, no, I called them. Okay. And then they, hey, man, we still here. And I said, man, you know what, man? It's kind of late for me. And she like, yeah, we finna get out of here too. I said, okay, cool. And then I act like everything was cool when I seen them again.
Right, you just act like
it never happened. Yeah. So, but man, I had I don't know, man. I had like when it was like I had it happen like, let me see. Come put somebody on blast, but let me see. I had it happen where it was like train, where it was like two dudes and then. We train that girl. I had that happen.
Is that really a train though? Is it if it's only two dudes? Yeah. That's like a.
No, I mean, I don't mean that.
That's like just two engines and let's rock and roll.
What's the standard? What's the standard though? You gotta have 3 or 4 engines in there, or what?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that I've seen, like.
I mean, I'm really curious.
I've seen people try to get something like that put together, and when I saw the invite list, it was like 6 people.
No. I think
that's quite a few.
Yeah,
people.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you 2 things. Okay, I was part of a Facebook group, and he was like from Homeboy Atlanta, and so they created this shit. So it's like, let's say I'm cool with y'all, right? And then what they would do on this site is just show they dick, because the girl was like, hey, how big is that dick? And then they be like, oh man, here it is right here. And they would just pull it out. And these dudes I knew, I was cool with. And I said, hey man, I ain't pulling out my dick. You know what I mean? They said, well, you need to get a bite. And then they would call me, hey man, you gonna pull out your dick or what? Hell no. He said, well, how you gonna get some girls in here? I said, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. And both my homeboys did that shit. I was cool with them.
And what if these chicks are married?
They ain't give a fuck.
Okay.
So it may have been, may not have
So
been.
these were
But see, they would get
classic homewreckers.
But see, they would get girls. They would get girls. It wasn't really homewrecker. It was more swinger, and in that area.
Okay.
And so they was like, so one of my homeboys was like, man, I'm going out with a girl over here tonight. And then one of my homeboys, the other homeboy was like, say man, you gotta show your shit, or you ain't gonna never get it on. And see, they would even talk to the same girl sometimes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they didn't give a damn. And it was like, man, I think it got like maybe about 400 some people in that group.
So she might mess with one dude, somebody you personally know, and they come over to your crib.
Right. It was about 4 or 5 dudes I knew, bro. So it was like, and they were all showing they did. And the girl be showing they pussy, and I think I still, let me see if I still got that group.
Oh my god, he's gonna take the Facebook.
I mean,
I might still have a group on
that's
that,
more like a swingers group kind of thing. So
that sounds a lot more.
you can't really call them homewreckers because they like, I'm letting you know, like I'm swinging from tree branch to tree branch like Tarzan and Jane. It's like and there's another Jane over here. I'm about to go see real quick, but I'm gonna come see you first. Or Wilma and Betty Flint. No, Wilma Flintstone and Betty. What was Rubble?
Yeah,
Betty Rubble, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna hit Wilma and I'm gonna hit up Betty real quick, you know what I'm saying? I might go hit up
Now my homeboy was cool though.
Sharifa over here, I don't know.
My homeboy was cool.
Do you think that was black? Do you think
I was
black
thinking that now.
Hey, I never saw you black
person
back in the day. Like, I know Sharifa shouldn't be a name, but it's like, if I think about it, was there ever any black gay people?
Wait, hold on. Halle Berry.
Oh man,
Oh,
I had Halle Berry all day. I knew we gonna be friends real. Hey, look, swordfish, sit down, just sit down. I was like, God damn, that's Halle Berry.
He's right.
Halle Berry. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Y'all might say FlyGuy, oh you weird FlyGuy. Halle Berry and Foxy Brown can catch it today.
Oh god.
I said it. I said it. Fight me. Halle Berry and Foxy Brown. I said it. Guess what? Kevin Fox said it. I said it. Halle Berry and Foxy Brown can catch it. And if they got husbands, oh well, damn it, I'm a homewrecker. Every time I said, damn, she can catch it. And Foxy Brown can too. Oh, and Miss Park. Well, I'm gonna say this. Y'all gonna like, damn, for real. Y'all remember Miss Parker?
Oh, Friday, right?
Hey, Miss Parker.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Parker. You said what?
Yeah.
She ugly as shit now, bro.
Yeah.
Ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
But back in the day when she was Miss Parker, Miss Parker.
I mean,
even Lil Wayne made a song. Miss Parker. We all let nigga fuck.
You don't feel Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett catch it too.
Angela Bassett, like.
Angela Bassett catch it too. You know who wouldn't catch it though? Because she dead, unfortunately.
Is that the biggest reason why?
No. Hey, that's lie. I said who wouldn't catch it. I saw this. It's kind of fucked up though, because they had these pictures on these soda dispensers, right? One had Whitney, one had Ice-T, and one had Ice Cube, and it said, I was like, oh, Coke, tea, and ice. I said, oh no. For you younger generation, y'all wouldn't know what we're talking about. For you older ones, y'all know what we're talking about. Whitney was on the Coke, Ice-T was on Ice-T, obviously, and then Ice Cube was on the ice. I was like, that's kind of messed up, but
that's just wrong.
Whitney Houston would not catch it personally because she was doing too much. Bobby Brown, you can have that, bro. Anyways, back to the subject, man. Back to the subject. Yeah. So, how much time we got left, bro?
About 5 minutes.
Okay, so to kind of wrap it up, final closing thoughts. Bruce Leroy, what do you think, man? Well, what's your final thoughts? And do you have any advice?
I think. Oof. See, it's difficult because like I've been on the side of like where I was the person who was actively pursuing, you know, someone in the relationship. Honestly, I just say find another hobby. My God, it's really it. I mean, mind you, it wasn't even really the fact that I got out. Obviously, I did, but like that was something of a wake up call. But it was just more like this is kind of boring after a while. Like, I mean, I did it in my 20s a lot. And like the last time I did it was like my early 30s. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, this isn't. It's just. It lost its quote unquote luster, so to speak, I guess you can say. Like, so honestly, like, if you're somebody who's like looking to and like, you know, you want the challenge and the thrill of the hunt and shit like that, like, find another thrill, find another hunt, because my God, it's just not.
It can be a deadly hunt.
It can be, yeah, you got those dangers because you don't know who that other guy is sometimes, and like, you don't know if he's crazy. You know, he may go to jail for that, for whatever he's about to do to you.
Well, kill this motherfucker.
Exactly. Honestly, just not worth it. This really isn't. It's not. Play video games. Do something else. God dang.
I hate video games, so that wouldn't be something I would do. But
trash talk the Eagles, right?
Yeah, I'll trash talk the Eagles all day. I can trash talk with the best of them, but. I'm not gonna skip over. I'm gonna go to him. And then go to you. So, JP the creator, what's your final thoughts, man? What you think?
I think if you're into housebreaking, it's swinging, man. No, for real though, because like they do some wild shit. You know what I mean? And it's just like in that group, it was 400 people, and it was just like they had this one old dude, and I think he fucked every female in there. And he was just cutthroat with it. I was like, no, like, he's like, yeah, I don't fuck old girl. And I'm like, all right. And everybody was cool with it, you know what I mean? And it's just like swingers, like they cool with that shit. I'm not cool with that shit, but swingers are. You know what I mean? And I feel like you wouldn't want nobody to do you like that. You know, so I wouldn't want nobody to be like, okay, well, you know, you and your girl have a problem, and then you come in there and just break it up.
Right.
And it just, you don't have anything involved in it. So you don't have kids. You don't have, you know, they history. You just in there just like, well, fuck it. I'm going to get me some ass. You know, fuck it. And you can do that being a swinger. You know, and they all know about it. But, you know, in actuality, man, I think you should walk away. But you had to outgrow that stage.
I think it is an outgrowing thing, but I'll say mine last. So that's all you got to say about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Pepper Potts. You know, I had to leave that's for last. I'm going to go last, but what do you think?
My only real, I guess, maybe thoughts on that would be just honesty's the best policy. You know, if you want to have multiple partners, then that's something that you and your partner should talk about. And, you know, if that's how you truly feel and your partner isn't, you know, on that ship with you, then maybe y'all guys aren't sailing for the same fleet. And then you need to look at, you know, disassembling that relationship and finding someone who's better suited to you. But being honest is going to get you, you know, a lot further than being, you know, not a person to be trusted.
Okay. So I guess my fly guy thought the other night is everybody had a good point of view around here. That's why I like to have people that have an open mind, first of all. So I want to thank y'all for being here today, taking time out of your busy schedules and lives to actually come and be on my show. So I do appreciate that. But my final thought tonight is, if you're into more than one person and you're not trying to be monogamous, or you feel like you're a pimp or a player or whatever, then one, remain single. Am I right on that? Remain single. Number 2, be honest. And number 3, don't lie to yourself. If you know good and damn well you don't want to be with that woman, don't tell her you want to be with her just so she'll give it up. I mean, that's probably the worst thing you can do. Is to tell somebody that you want to be with them because you want it, because you're trying to get something somewhere that they're not trying to be unless you tell them something they want you to hear. Be honest about what your intentions are. Don't lie to them. Don't lie to yourself. If you know what good and damn well you don't want to be with that person, don't do it, because you're going to sell yourself short. Well, I'm FlyGuy. That's all I got to say about that. And we out. Y'all say bye.